Good evening and welcome back to Rangers Radio. A 3-0 defeat away in Napoli. A strange game, but we certainly had our chances and moments in the match. Defensively, we potentially lost some cheap goals, but a better performance than the last two away games, in my opinion. Join myself up here on the show. Big Stevie, how we doing, big man?
Brand new, mate. Brand new. We always do. Got a bit up on the other night. Just a bit disappointed. The two goals that we lost the first half, just cheap goals. Ball bent, ruined our defence. Boy runs onto it, sticks at the net. Second goals, just very much the same. Bent, ruined the defence, and a diving header. People losing their men, and just cheap defensive goals, Ox. You know, it's a bit annoying. As you said, we played good in spells. We had a few chances, and we never took them. Morelos, he should have tapped that, and I would say tapped it, and I've watched that again, and it's a tap in for me, and it goes through him. I think it actually goes through his legs. But look, they're a top quality side. They're going to go places. I mean, they're the same mould as Liverpool. They know their own. When it comes to Europe, Liverpool are a great team, and you can see why the two of them are the top of the group, you know. And I believe Ajax get gubbed tonight 3-0 and all in their impact. So, you know.
But no, we won 5-0 next week. We're through. I'd love to think we could, but stranger things have happened, didn't they? Stranger things have happened, but look, the big positives for me tonight was the fact that the team kept going. We had players that haven't been playing well last season. If I'm being honest, Tav, Lundstrom, Kent gave the ball away cheap. Morelos at times. Then Alfie started spreading the play, and for me, when he came deep, showed he could play in behind Cholak. Tillman at times showed nice touches. I still thought we were a bit blasé and we expected too much of Scott Wright and Ryan Kent defensively. It's no their game. The boy Yilmaz was a big plus for me. Yeah, he didn't have the perfect game of football, but who does? He showed enough. Ben Davies, the first goal could have done better, but he's still fitting in and playing with Leon King. That was a plus for me, and also Leon King getting more minutes at that level. If he can take it on and move his game on. James Sands shows with legs in midfield what we could do. At times he supported Lundstrom well and helped defensively as well. So a lot of pluses and a lot of negatives. A strange game, Stevie. And Morelos could have scored a hat-trick, mate.
Mate, I know. You've hit the nail on the head, but it was strange, mate. Listen, be good passages of play through that game, you know, but I've got to say there's pluses and negatives, and I mean Scott Wright, dear me. Look, it is what it is, you know.
Did you see the one? I think it was Tav that played the ball up to him. He controlled it and it bounced off him about 20 yards. Scott Wright.
Aye.
You know, and I get it. The boy's in and out of the team. His confidence must be shot and all that. But the touch as a paid professional footballer was awful, no?
Aye.
It wasn't the reason we lost the 2 goals, don't get me wrong, but you know, but it is what it is. Right, we'll get these phone lines opened if that's all right with you, Biggin.
Aye, get the boys in. But listen, man, we've got to be positive here. That was a better second half, Fox. I mean, Alfie, as you say, could have had at least two good chances. And just let's take it into Aberdeen that second half. Top quality side.
Yeah. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, and we pushed them a bit in the second half. We get in about them, their defence, never let them play it as easily, you know. And we had a bad spell in that sort of 11 to 20 minutes, mate, when they scored 2 goals and they hit the bar, you know. And I think it was the shape. It looked to me we were playing the four, and then it was a 1-1 with Tillman with a sort of free roll. And at times the boy done well. I thought he was going to score when he beat the boy and cut inside.
He's got nice feet, Tillman, isn't he? There was a couple of times where he done wee shimmies with his feet and weaseled his way through. But listen, what age is Tillman? 21. He's going to. Sorry?
I think he's even younger than that, mate.
Is he? Aye. Well, look, he's finding his feet with Rangers. He's just here. His work rate can be better. I think that's something they will work on. His reading of the game's good. He's got good fast feet, and he's got a wee trick or two up his sleeve and all. But look, it's always got to be hard to get up against, isn't it? I mean, you've just got to try and keep your feet in the ground when you're talking about the next game. 3-0 is never acceptable when you're a Rangers fan, you know. But you've got to be realistic, and that team there, they're flying the new Ox. That team's flying the new. Their confidence, you can just tell the togetherness with them. They're playing as a team. They're playing for the manager, you know. And I mean, they were up Rangers apart. They began to nick the bones of what we done wrong. I'm trying to look at the positives tonight. I thought the second half, when we started playing a high press against them, we started getting a wee bit of change at them. When we started to play marine game, instead of maybe showing them respect, I thought we were getting more at them. Sakala had a couple of times he burst into the box and had a dig. Alfie had a few digs. Big Cholak with a header. A great second half. Not a great second half, but a lot better for our first half. So I'm just going to try and be positive, and I hope the Bears that come on phone in are going to do the same.
Aye, listen, we don't like to get beat 3-0, but we're being realistic, and we've had worse performances in the Champions League this season, and we've had worse results. It could have easily been 3-2. That game could easily have finished 3-2, and it could have went 2 each. Obviously, Morelos has got the chance in the first half. He's also got the chance where he sort of volleys it and it comes off the defender and goes out for another corner.
Right.
And he's got the tap in. So, in another day, mate, he could have scored a hat-trick.
I've just watched that again, Ox. The ball, see, the Kent's put the ball across the face of the goal. It's went through the wee man's legs. How he even misses it and it doesn't hit his other leg and guns amazing me. As you say, they could have had a hat-trick. We've always said that against quality opposition, if you make mistakes, you'll get punished. I mean, you get chances, you've got to take them. We never done it. But defending was poor tonight. Poor, really poor. But again, you've got to be realistic. The opposition you're up against, you know, Simone, that boy's someday. I mean, I was going to say some big team will snaffle him up, but Napoli are a pretty big team, you know. But, okay, I'm not going to be too downbeat about it, Ox. I really know. And we'll just take it into the Aberdeen game.
But we've got to take that performance, we've got to take that tempo and maybe try and get at teams and stop teams playing out and harry for the 90 minutes. Yeah, and we've got to improve our fitness and hopefully we get some bodies back and improve our quality, mate. Yeah.
Aye. You could see it tonight again. Big Loustrom get caught out and he get the yellow card. The boy was away and he just pulled him. He pulled him for about 5 minutes, to be honest. And eventually get the yellow card. But listen, I'm seeing a lot of it myself. I don't know what kind of stuff we're doing at training now. Nobody ever sees. You see clips on Rangers TV and whatever, but we just don't look fit. We don't look lively. We lack of confidence. You know, I'm just no. I'm not getting Gio's philosophy. I just don't know. We're quite no at it. But no matter what, win, lose or draw, I'll be there. But I'm just no pace in the midfield, mate. We need somebody in there.
Aye, we need some reinforcements in there, and I don't know if Lundstrom's the answer. He's got qualities to his game, but he lacks pace as well. Yeah.
Aye, definitely, aye.
No,
I think Lundstrom would be a good holding midfielder, mate, if he had a couple of young boys round about him. You know? I think he'd be a good sweeper, mate. No? But, apart from that, just... They showed a bit of desire tonight, Ox. They played better in the second half, and that's a plus for me, you know. The Heats could have easily went down at 2-0, and it could have been worse again, but they didn't let it happen this time. They kept plugging away, and you've got to give them a bit of credit for that, Ox, eh?
Aye. I mean, we've got to take our chances, and there'll be the argument, should have we had Kolak on the part? I don't know if Kolak makes the chances, because the one that Morelos missed, the Saturday missed, it came for good play when Morelos spread the ball, and he shows me he can do that, so I want him and Kolak on the part, mate. I want him on the part and see where it takes us.
But that's the whole thing, Ox. If you're leaving it to Gio, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think. I think he threw the kitchen sink at everything on Saturday, and he had every forward on just to try and get the goal. But I don't think he's going to no way is he going to let that happen. I don't think, and everybody can see it. Morelos is holding up play, and you were totally right. You hit the nail on the head, mate. When Morelos got that ball, and he started sweeping that across the park, playing it across the park, he was starting to look like the Alfie of old. If he plays that, he plays in front of Cholak and does that, and we can get the wingers running onto that and maybe putting the ball into the box and Cholak's there, then it's a different ball game, mate. It's a different game, but I just don't think he's going to play it. I don't think he's going to do it, mate. I don't think he's going to get a chance.
Ah, well, it's all about opinions, and, you know. I've got to give Gio some credit tonight. Some of these tweets he done during the match, you know, that, particularly in the second half, made sure we were always on the front foot. And goals change games, mate. If Alfie scores instead of him getting a corner kick, you're pushing for an equaliser the last 5 minutes. Yes, they could have scored 2 goals and won 4-1, but you never know, mate. But you've got to take your chances, mate.
Got to take your chances, Ox. We had a few. We had a couple. Big Cholak, could he have done better with that? Sakalas was wee half chances, but Morelos had a kind of scissor kick in the back post, and Delaney should have tapped in. You've got to score, especially against that kind of opposition. You're not going to get a lot of chances, and surprisingly tonight we might have had 3 or 4 no bad chances. So anyway, it is what it is. Do you think we'll get the bells on, get the stick? Well, use some stick tonight. We'll see what's happening.
I don't think people will be as angry as they could have been. I think when it went 2-0, people are thinking, oh, this could be another high-scoring game. Stevie, yeah.
Aye, including myself. You're thinking 2-0 in 16 minutes. Oh, my God, here we go. But you've got to give them credit, Ox. A far, far better second half. They came out and see, I noticed they were doing the high press. They were pressing, trying to press them high. But we were getting more change at them. Doing it. Maybe we should start doing that and stop showing teams respect. Just get in about them and see where it takes us. But look, we all thought we were on to a height tonight, and it never turned out like that. Although it was 3-0, our team played a lot better tonight, Ox.
Aye. I'm not saying we get a big bit of pride back, but we showed we're a better side than we've shown, mate, with a wee bit of fortune. The score could have been different. I do think that team had another gear in them, but you never know. As I say, goals change games, big.
Aye, goals definitely change games, mate. Morelos taps that in. I reckon it's all hands to the pump, mate. I think they would have looking what not obviously hindsight's a wonderful thing, but watching the full game, I think if we get that goal, I think we could have possibly nicked a second. I know people, as you said, they probably could have went up a couple of gears, but I just think it changed the game. If we scored, it would have changed the game. But we never took our chances, and that's what it's all about, mate. But the main thing is, and I've got to say it, and I've got to emphasise it, please, Bears, if you're coming in here tonight, look at the positives there in the second half against a top-quality team. We should have nicked a couple of goals there. As Ox said, it could have been 3-2, 4-2. But anyway, we never get embarrassed, what a lot of people thought before a ball was kicked, hiding behind the couch, looking through the fingers. We heard all these terms, and fair play to the Rangers. They came out and they fought a wee bit and kept going.
We were after. We were between 10 and 20 minutes, mate. You're thinking, oh God, they get the 2 goals and then they hit the bar. And then after that, we had the chance with Tillman and Morelos' chance just before half time, mate. We made opportunities where if we made the right decision. Football's an easy game when you're watching, mate, but some of your decision making and lack of movement is obvious. And look, I'm going to say it, mate, some of the coaching I question because the movement and where we do after the ball, the work we're doing after the ball is nowhere near who we're doing the team month ago, mate.
Aye, but you can look, Ox. I'm going to say it. I'm like you. I don't like saying things I know, but we're no progressing. We're regressing. We're stale, mate. We're not going forward. And is it down to training? Is it down to players maybe not playing for Gio? Is it Gio's formations? Is it a fitness thing? Is it the injuries? Is it a mix? Obviously, it could be a mixture of things, mate. But you're totally right. I watched Ryan Kent tonight talking about movement, and there was times that he could have ran and made a run in front of the defenders to get to the ball, and he just died. He never moved. And our choice making, I've been saying that for months, mate. Our choice making is deplorable at times. When they should pass the ball, they shoot. And when they should shoot, they don't. And some of the choice making is terrible, you know. And I totally agree with that, you know.
Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Carry on, big man.
I was just going to say, I'd like to hear Gio's interview tonight, his assessment on that game, because he said to his presser before on, there's no sense of us sitting back and letting them come at us. We've got to go for it.
He did try and play an offensive game, yeah. I've got to give him credit, and he nearly got it right. And the way we played in the second half was fine, and I enjoyed at times the performance. Obviously, they always look to do lightly on the counter because that's the way they play. But I enjoyed at certain times some of the stuff we done. We stepped in front of them, got the ball, and we done well. We get. There was a classic, mate. I think we stole the ball. Arfield gets the ball, plays it out to Kent. Kent cuts inside. He's a wee bit further out than he was against Hearts. He tries to slip at Arfield, we lose the ball. We don't get a shot away. 18 yards for a goal there. And that's one of the issues we've got.
Yeah. I genuinely.
We'll be enjoying being a Malteser kid.
Oh.
All right, mate.
Aye, I'm fine. Aye, but I know what Stevie's calling it and what you're saying about being positive. But not for me. There's nothing to be positive about that. You look at that second goal. Who when the boy went across the ball, who was tackling them? Right? Where was Tavernier? Halfway up the park. So, I mean, we only came into that game, this is in my opinion, we only came into that game because they let us come into that game. See if they'd have went up another gear or something like that, we'd have got another doing. So it's something that needs sorted. I mean it, guys, we know that we need it sorted, but as I've said time and time again, it ain't going to happen quickly. I hate to say that, but...
we're short of some players, David, you're right.
Well, I know I know Gio's getting in the neck. He's going to get it in the neck. And God help us if Aberdeen rollers and all be wanting to see in a play. But if we could, I've said this for months, if we could get at least 2 or 3 players back in but that's still not going to be the cure. The cure is in where we missed the boat with the recruitment. And we can't do nothing because that whole squad, you'd be better putting a women's team out there. I know that sounds sarcastic, but that 3-0 just doesn't wash for me.
It's also very sexist as well in this modern age, David.
No, I probably shouldn't have said that, but I
get your point, and I get your point that when you beat 3-0 and disappointed, and I get your point. I think they potentially had another gear, but Stevie, they never, and we should have scored goals in the second half. That's the issue.
Listen, I get. Look, I'm a Rangers man too, and we're all schooled the one way, aren't we? 3-0 on the day, and Rangers man. I get what Davey's saying, but we've got before I've always kicked. People were thinking 6, 7, and 8. Let's be honest. I'm watching it from behind the couch. I'm watching it through my fingers, and when it went 2-0 up, they went 2-0 up in 16 minutes. For the rest of that game, you're saying, oh, dearie me, we're going to get scudded. And it never turned out that way, in fairness to Rangers, because they didn't let it happen. People can say, I said it earlier on, could they have went up a gear? Maybe they didn't have another gear in them. Maybe we done what we should have done for the off, was high press, shut them down and give them their respect. I think we showed them a bit of respect in the first half. And our defending was woeful. It really was. There's no excuse for that. A ball crossed, round the back of the defence, and the boy puts it in the net, runs on it and puts it in the pokey. And the second one, very much the same, but only a diving header. It gives your King's head. He just misses it. The boy heads it in the net, and Ben Davies is trying to get back and get a hold of him. We all know about Tavernier. We all know about James Tavernier's not the greatest defender. He's a better attacker. So he's always going to get sometimes caught up the park, let's be honest. If he's pressing and pushing up the park and they get a quick turnaround with the quality they've got in their team, he's always going to get caught at some point, isn't he? So I wouldn't be too harsh against it. But 3-0 is woeful for me. But under the circumstances, before a ball was kicked, everybody thought it could be worse. Better second half. I kind of half agree with what Davey's saying, but just a level of opposition, mate. They're on fire, they know. They're beating everybody. They're no top of the Serie A because they're dumplings, and they're beating everybody in the Champions League. They beat Liverpool, they beat us, they beat Ajax. They're not doing that because they're a bad team.
David, right to reply?
Well, yeah, definitely. I'll go with half and half with Stevie, but you look at even the goal we gave away against Livingston. Where did it come from? How many of these goals can you go back to that position and we're still not sorting it?
Are you saying you would drop Tav?
Of course I would.
I'm going to tell you something, David. I never thought I'd say this on this show. I agree with you.
No, I'm not picking on him. There's quite a few there, but it just seems to see that. And what it really gets to me about that scenario is that we keep putting in, he's injured. Well, I might keep on saying, why is he playing? That can't go on and on and on. Or we're going to lose, mate. We're going to go.
Look, can I say something? See, Tav, David, Dave, see if Tav is injured. Shouldn't be in the team, right? End of story. And if he's no injured and he's playing the way he is, he shouldn't be in the team either. But the person, it's not just Tav, it's after boiling out, by the way. How Ryan Kent's getting a game, mate? How Ryan Kent's getting a game? Are you telling me that there's nobody in that B team, bearing in mind they beat Napoli 3-2 today and Naples?
There's no boy in the B team. There was a boy sitting on the bench. He should have got the last 20 minutes.
Yes.
The young boy, Lowry.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Are you telling me that Alex Lowry can't come on and play against Aberdeen and Ryan Kent's been down for the last 10 games? Come on, man. There's a few of them after Boyle, but let's find out, why are they after Boyle? Is it Gilles formation? Is Tav injured? We'll never find these. Tav's telling us point blank that he's no injured. Well, if I'm afraid you're no injured and you're playing the way you are as captain of Rangers, you should be dropped. And I don't like...
Enjoying Bob here. Evening, Bob here.
Evening, how you doing?
How you doing, Bob?
Not too bad. I thought Rangers acquitted themselves not too bad in the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, they maybe slowed up a wee bit. They know they had to get one. But I thought Rangers acquitted themselves not too bad in the second half. So, then again, it doesn't make pretty reading 5 defeats.
17 goals at 1-4.
Listen, the results haven't went. W's, there's a lot of people, as soon as they draw with me, remember that Napoli were the Part2 team we got. But the disappointing result, performances have magnified it. Away to Ajax and home to Liverpool, they were the games that have magnified it. The performance tonight, the performance away to Liverpool, yeah, they weren't great. We know that. We know we can play better. But we've done okay at times. But you need to take your chances. We played 2 against Liverpool down there when we should have scored. Bizarrely, or certainly one when the boy kicked off the line. She ended up in the net. And then the night, Bob, yeah. Morelos, in another night, could have scored a hat.
He's got to score. He's got to score, eh? Honey today, stick his feet square on the ball, it's a goal.
Aye.
It's just been that way all through the tournament, eh? But we were in an exceptional group. And you know, for to face up to a side like them, they're sweeping all before them in Serie A and sweeping all before them in Europe. Can't forget, they done Liverpool 4-1 on the first day of this tournament. There's some side. And it's come a mark too soon for Rangers in this tournament. But we're in it, and we got a lot of money out of it. So that's the plus side, yeah.
It's either came too soon or it's came too late, mate. If we'd got into it last year and maybe had a bit of run at it, and maybe we'd improved if we got through Malmo, but that's all history now. Look, we've still got 3 points to win for a few quid against Ajax, bizarrely. If it was a mental night, which I don't think it will be, but if it was a mental night, we still could go through, which is mental. But we move on, and the biggest game is no Napoli, is no Ajax, it's Aberdeen on Saturday, Bob.
Hello?
Davey?
You're there.
It's no me, that's
Just talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm here, I'm back. Yeah, the biggest game, Saturday, is Aberdeen. I want to win now. That's very important what happens tonight. We knew we were out of the tournament before we played that tonight, so let's get back on track against this lot on Saturday. Because they're going to make their gum go in the paper with what they're going to do and what they're not going to do. Well, we'll see. I'll tell you anything, man. I think we've got no bad wee player in Yilmaz. I thought he played quite well tonight.
Yeah.
I was quite impressed with that laddie.
Stevie?
I said it. Good
There's
pass
a
of the ball,
player-
good tackler.
there's a
There's
player-
definitely a player in there in Yilmaz. So that's a plus side. So once we, as you say, hang on the coattails so we get to this World Cup and get everybody back fighting fit, and then we'll take it from there, eh?
Aye.
It's a plan, Bob. I still think the priority is going to be a midfield player. Ryan Jack, injury prone, John Lundstrom, legs, whether he'll get through a whole season. Stephen Davis, Scotty Arfield. I mean, you've seen Scotty when he came on the night. I mean, Scotty's been a magnificent player for us and helped us get to.
Aye, but they're all coming to the end of the tunnel.
Aye, they're on the way, mate.
Coming to the end. And Tillman's too timid.
He shows he's got nice feet. He's definitely got ability, the boy, but whether he's ready. Big Stevie, in you come.
Aye, Tillman's just got to show a bit more work rate, I would say. He's got to get involved more. He doesn't come and look for the ball a hell of a lot either. He kind of hides away, and if the ball comes to him, then he's on it. But he's got some nice feet. He's reading the game's good. He's still young, you know, but I don't know where it was. They looking for 5 million for him. 5 million quid in it. I don't know. Bayern Munich for Tillman, that's where it is, isn't it? If we want to buy him.
No chance.
I wouldn't be paying it either, to be honest. I wouldn't know what I've seen. No, he's got to be, in the Scottish game, he's got to be more, he's got to show more guile as well in the Scottish game and all. But listen, Bob Ger, I'm glad you came on and I'm glad you said we played better in the second half and stuff and we're a wee bit positive. We need everybody to get behind because Aberdeen's going to be I'll tell you, if we trap any more points, if we trap points on Saturday, I said you'll take us this weekend, you know, he's well putting it on if we trap any points on Saturday. Really, that's just how I see the fans reacting. You know?
It's time to get behind the team and no turning them and no negative attitude. Yeah, they're due criticism, but it's time to get behind the team and get the 3 points on Saturday, Stevie.
Yep. If we take the second half into the game on Saturday, I've no doubt in my mind we'll beat Aberdeen. I've absolutely no qualms we'll beat Aberdeen. If we can show that commitment and do that high press, I'm telling you now, we'll beat Aberdeen. No problem. But they've got to go out and do it for the off. You can't let them come into the game, and they can't be bullied. See this? Aberdeen start kicking us and we start losing the plot and we're shaped and all that. We've got to play our game. No theirs.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Davey?
Aye, I could disagree with some of that because I don't believe for a minute when you're talking about we need to be more positive about the team. But if you're a Rangers supporter, you'll always be positive because you want them to do well. But if you're criticising them, they're there to be criticised at the moment, unfortunately. And you can't heap praise on people that are not playing.
Is there a time for both? When the first whistle goes on Saturday, it's time to get behind the team. And then if the game's finished, then you can take them.
I agree with that, but when do you hear them not getting behind the team at Ibrox? They were right behind them, even at the Union Bears at the end when the whistle went. Everybody was booing them and they were still singing away in the corner. I mean, that'll never change.
You've just said that everybody was booing.
Well, the majority of the people were booing. But
anyway, I'll cut across you, Mr. Negative. We've been joined by Big George. Evening, Big George.
How you doing, boys? All right?
George, hello.
Mate. Give us your saying. Give us your thoughts, George.
Aye. Stevie, well done to you because, Stevie, listen, I'm the exact same as you. We can all come on here and we can batter the team and we can probably rip the team apart. I'll never ever rip Rangers apart for any of the day, Stevie. I'm delighted to be a 3-0 defeat. No, I'm not delighted with that. I never will be. But it could have been much worse than that. And things I've seen on Gob Yacht and the Twitter and that today, folk hiding behind bunkers and things like that. No, watch games, Stevie. We're losing confidence. Exactly what you said. That could have been 6 or 7 if they wanted it to be 6 or 7. You can't take the 16 minutes away from the game, but let's take the first 16 minutes away for the game. I think our performance wasn't that terrible, Stevie, like you said. I think we've got to really, really back this team. Sorry to getting behind the team, cheering them up and that and going to fight. This is when the team really, really needs us. And you're bang on what you were just saying a second ago, booing the players and 20 minutes into the game, the folk have had a couple of bad touches and that getting on the back. That's not the way we should be, Ox. We need to get right behind this team because that's what they need to do.
Well, George, I'm going to say this to you. If it was the fans' positivity that drove you over the line when you played the semi-final against Leipzig, the fans' negativity affects you in other games. You can't help it both ways. Either that or the fans don't count.
I think you're right there, Ox. You're right there. What I'm saying is I just think that the fans in the stand, what you're saying, they're booing the players, and then just for your show the night, Ox, for example. Folk are known here. Stevie's come on and said, I think we were no bad tonight, and I think we were no bad. You've said it yourself. If we had lost another couple of goals, Ox, your phone lines would be red hot, and folk would go and want to slaughter this one and the captain and the next one and the goalkeeper and things like that. When we've actually had, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, we've had a no bad performance tonight, poor result, no bad performance tonight against a top team. And now's the time to come on and actually turn around and say, Ken, son, we've had a shocking result on Saturday. And the thing is, see me, they have shocking results. I just keep my powder dry, because I didn't think that on Saturday's 1-1 draw after the game, I didn't feel like coming on here and talking to anybody and slaughtering the team, because it's just not what I do. But tonight, I think we've actually been no too bad, Ox. I think we could be better. Of course, we could be better. But like you said, with a chance of scoring a couple of goals here, Ox, against a top team. So for me, I've got to get down, and I think we've got to get back to the no surrenders attitude, Ox. I really do.
Yeah. Hey, George, I'll tell you, you've been on here and commenting about this show for a long time. It's never easy coming on here with a bad result. People think it is, isn't it?
No, that's right, Ox. That's right. I mean, we've had a few. I mean, we've had batterings this year, Ox. But I said to a boy the other day that I honestly believe that Ajax result in the first game was a freak result, and it's just set us up for a poor. And by the way, it's off the high standard we're playing against this year. It's a mega high standard. So look at the Europa League groups, and I think we flew through some of the groups. Like, we never had a chance in this group with the teams, Ken, one of the best teams in England, possibly, in my opinion, just looking at it now, one of the best teams in Europe, and that Napoli team. I mean, they're an unbelievable team now. And Ajax, I think, played us after part in the first game, but I mean, they could come to Ibrox next week and we could give them a turn in our Ox. In my opinion, I really believe that. So I didn't really think we'd take any points with this group, if I'm perfectly honest. Ox, I really didn't think we would. So I cut a better performance, and I think we crashed against Liverpool. I think we folded against them, but I've always said, Ox, for me, again, you've got to play every game, but for me, the big one's the league. I'm more disappointed with dropping points on Saturday than Monday night, if I'm perfectly honest, Ox.
I get that, George. I understand what you're saying. Stevie?
Look, where I get my positivity is just plain and simple that you're 16 minutes into the game, you're 2-0 down. It could have been so easy for that team seed, them just to roll over and let a massacre happen again. And all I'm saying is, fair play to the team, they didn't let that happen. As you said, George, if you take the 16 minutes out of the game, then we've done all right. We really have done all right. I mean, before a ball was kicked, the Rangers fans themselves on all these forums were giving it, watching the game from behind the couch, watched it through my fingers. I'll be happy if we get out of there 4-0 and all this. And that's no my attitude before a game, definitely no. I'm the same as Davey. I'll meet Davey anytime halfway, but Davey's points are pretty valid, right? And ours is pretty valid. We had a good second half there against top quality, by the way. Top quality. They're in absolute fire now. They're top of the Serie A and just beat Roma. They beat Liverpool 4-1, get on 8. Remember that? That was 4-1, get on 8-1. That game that night with Liverpool. So that they're nobody's mugs. We've seen how they came to Ibrox, and if you didn't know any better at points that game, you'd have thought they were the home team. They played that excellent football. They're top quality, and I thought, my God, look at the chances we've had in that second half. Ox said it himself. Morelos could have probably had a hat trick, at least 2. Morelos could have had. Cholak had a header. When you're in there, you're against that kind of opposition, you've got to take your chances. I mean, never.
All right, we'll be joined by Robert. Evening, Robert.
Evening, Ox here. Stevie and the guys on the phone tonight.
How you doing?
I'm trying my best not to come on and go on, do my usual Robert's rant. But I'm sorry, and I appreciate what George and Big Stevie are saying. I love the positivity towards your team. But I'm sorry, guys. It's all right saying Rangers could have scored 2 tonight, but the other team could have scored 7, and they played in first gear. Let's be honest about it. They played in first gear. If that was Liverpool they were playing tonight, they're playing a proper big club, they'd have taken about 7 or 8 half time tonight, the way they played. We cannot accept. See that Rangers team? That Rangers team's full of mediocre, full of guys that don't care, guys that don't want to be there. And I know Kent's one of them, but I thought he done no too bad tonight. the wee boy Ridvan, I thought done well. I thought that Big Ben Davis was rotten. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought Tillman, not interested, played 5 minutes here or there. Lundstrom carrying a caravan. My favourite, James Tavernier, should never be near the Rangers team now because he's ranked rotten. And I'm sorry, guys. I went to that game on Saturday against Livingston, and see quarter to 2, and I'm sitting in my boy's car, and that team came out, and I seen Daz Army was on the path, Davis and Arfield, etc. My heart sunk, and my heart's going to sink this Saturday as well when I'm in that car at the exact same time, and I see Daz Army, Arfield and Davis are back in the team, and no disrespect to the two boys. I love them to bits, and I've gave their all. Their legs are finished, and for him to play players like that, and him to no try anything different, and for that board and that Ross Wilson, I'm sorry, we need a cleansing in our football club, guys. Gonna please wake up to it. We're winning nothing this season. We are winning nothing because we're ranked rotten. I'm sorry.
Well said, Robert. Well said.
Thanks, Davey, because you're right as well, pal. I'm sorry, I'm fed up listening to Rangers cheerleaders, Davey. I'm fed up listening to Rangers cheerleaders. Let's say the truth. Let's say the truth. We're rotten, and that's it.
Sometimes, Robert, the truth hurts.
I know, Davey, we can't even watch this anymore. I'm going to Ibrox every second week, and I'm going to be half-hearted. I want to go and watch my Rangers and be excited the football we're going to play. That clown's not got a clue what he's doing. He's not got a clue what he's doing. How could he start with that Scott Wright tonight? An empty shot. That Scott Wright's an empty shot.
Right, calm down.
Name one. You need to wake. We need to wake up, pal.
I don't care about anybody else. You hurt my ears, right?
Right. But can I ask you a question, Oxia? Can I ask you a question? And please put you in the spot. Can I put you right in the spot?
Yes.
Right, Oxia, please. Now don't think about Rangers and your job every day. I'm asking you right in the spot. Could Van Bronckhorst be removed?
Should he be removed, or will he be removed?
Should he be removed, in your opinion?
I think we're getting there's a momentum growing that a negativity it might mean that we've got a decision to make. Will it happen at the moment? I don't think it will. Right, and Oxia, here's another one for you, another 2 questions for you. Should Douglas Park and his lame son Graham Park and Mr. Ross Wilson, who take all the credit when we brought Aaron Ramsey and that, should the 2 parks and should Ross Wilson be removed? I'll keep away from the park question. How? Why? Personal reasons, mate. Nothing to do with you, yeah? Right. Okay, I'll let that go. Right.
Oh, can I just ask Robert something?
Well, okay.
It's okay.
David.
Right, Robert, listen, you're spot on about what that you're saying. If we replace him, who would you put in their place? Because I'll tell you, you could put the best manager on the planet with that squad, and then he's not going to turn them around. That's the problem. I know, Davey. I know what you're saying because his players are not good enough, and I understand what you're saying. But Davey, they might just bring somebody in. I don't know who it could be, right? You might get a bounce. And you might get a bounce at them. That's what I'm saying. Right. I would replace Ross Wilson. I would have a go. But the thing is that if he's done his job properly, he should have all the answers to all the questions, and I don't think he has. Correct. And George, I don't think it's a time personally to get rid of the manager. There's a momentum growing because of the way we're playing. Let's hope that we can go and get a result on Saturday and we start looking at things differently. George?
These questions I would agree with you. It's not the time for to get rid of the manager. They're now off for coming up to the World Cup. There's no doubt there. I would say replace him. I heard crack box out there saying about Martindale and things like that. But boy's never been a big club in his life before. Robert just said there now, if Napoli are playing a big team tonight, they were playing against the UEFA Cup finalists last year, so I don't know how big a club we're going to get. But the other question that they asked is, would they get rid of the parts? No for me. Robert maybe doesn't ken the actual work they've done in the background, so no for me. Ross Wilson, I'd probably get rid of him as well, to be honest, because but you do a thing every couple of months here, Ox, and you ask a question, hit or miss. So now he's been here a couple of years and he turned around and says, he been a hit or has he been a miss? Well, for me, he's been a miss, so you've got to replace that. And I would try and find somebody to take their game and bring them into the club. But for me, no the board and no the manager. No right now for the manager. For like you say, Ox, I agree, it's probably growing.
If the Park family want to leave the club and they want to leave, that'll be their choice at the right time. I mean, obviously, we've got a lot of shareholders and the board of directors. I don't know if they're the issue. It's players no fit, but recruitment's not been good enough. And maybe there might be a couple of £1 million we couldn't find at the right time to maybe support, and that's maybe the issue for the directors. But they've done a reasonable job, in my opinion. No perfect. Nobody does, Stevie. Nobody does a perfect job.
No, listen, for me, I don't get what Gio's doing. I really don't. The midfield Leeds ripped out.
I agree.
There's absolutely no pace. We're lacking. The board, Ross Wilson. Who's signing the players? Is it Gio? Is it him? Is it both of them? But don't know. But see if one goes, the two of them have got to go and get two fresh people in there, or just one calling the shots for me. The board of directors, I'm a wee bit with Jordy Logan there. I don't know nothing about the guys, so I'm not going to start. I watch the Rangers, I see the team, so I'll comment on them. I don't know the people on the board personally or anything like that. And they're doing a good enough job in the club. I think they are doing a good enough job. But you just don't know what's going on behind the scenes. As George said, they've done a lot of good work. And I think they've done a lot of good stuff for the club rather than bad stuff. So I wouldn't even comment on the board. But Ross Wilson, if one goes, Gio's got to go. I know. I don't get his philosophy. I don't get what's happening. Is it the right time? Definitely no.
Robert, can I ask you something, mate?
Yep.
Right. Well, it's difficult with our club. We wanted Rangers men in charge, yeah?
Right.
Okay. We've got Rangers men in charge. We've not got a sugar daddy. We could get down the route of a sugar daddy or money for America, and it could go Pete Tong, mate.
Right, I understand that, but I want Rangers men that have good communication. I want Rangers men like Dave King, like Walter Smith, like Graham Souness, guys that when you listen to, you sit up and you go, oh my God, I love listening to him. See Douglas Park, I'm sorry, I watched the AGM last year and that guy couldn't even talk. He was whispering into Robertson's ear. And why is his son, and Dave King's got a valid point, why is Graham Park still on our board? He was the only man to stand in when Douglas wasn't very well, and I hope Douglas is okay. He was the only man to stand in for him, and he's still on our board. Why is he on his board? Why do we not hear for Douglas Park or Graham Park? Why do we not have somebody in our team, our board, who can come out and talk and tell us what they're going to do going forward? Oh no, all they want to do is, oh, we'll take on a school and be big Andy's day. Oh aye, we'll no bring a beam back to the Seville, the game in Seville. They've done everything wrong. Let's be honest about it. Oh, they've put their money in, but no doubt they're taking their money back. Where's all the money went to that we made over the last year? I wonder where it's all went to. Well, it's all went back to the park.
You've not made as much money as you think you were. We've turned out decent money, mate.
Yeah. Right, that's fine, but you've got to have a bit of ambition. You've got to speculate, accumulate Oxford. Come on, and that board's no doing that. Dave King came in, and Dave King brought us Stephen Gerrard, and we got our class back. Can I say this? And I'm sorry I'm going to say this, and this breaks my heart to say, we give our class back when Stephen Gerrard came in, thanks to Dave King. See our class? We're back to Warburton and Katrina. That's what we're back to. We're back to that. We're back to maybe Celtic Company, Ibrox in that team and take 4 or 5, aren't we? That's what we're back to, guys. And you've got to accept it. And you've got to realise that's what could happen.
No, me. Because I'll tell you something, and I'll take this to George Logan. Last question, right, George? Just remind me, we were playing in a hedge in Luxembourg tonight, or we were playing the leaders of the Serie A in the Champions League?
Well, that's the difference, Ox. That's what people need to remember. We're miles away from that, absolute miles away from that. Have we got the greatest team in the world now, Ox? No, could be improved. We have. We're both stable with Ox.
Have we made
100%.
mistakes? Aye, of course we have.
Of course, you always make mistakes, Ox, and there's always room for improvement.
Anyway,
can I make a suggestion?
I'm going to make a suggestion, Davey. You get to your bed because it's that time. Listen, we've reached that time of the evening. Cheers, Davey. Cheers,
Yeah,
Robert. Always a pleasure. And cheers, Big
Thanks,
George.
Ox.
Well done, Robert.
Stevie, last word.
Just look, I get everybody. Look, we've all got one thing in common. We just love the Rangers. We want the Rangers to be the best at everything, don't we? And just look, there's no team get it right. There's no board gets it right. You know, there's no robots. Just stick with them. Take the second half into the game, Rangers, and let's do the sheet. But listen, great to listen to Robert, Big Geordie Logan, and old Davey. Brilliant bears, 3 brilliant bears come on, and they wear their heart in their sleeve, and they say it how it is, and fair play to them. That's what the show's all about, a great platform for bears to get their frustrations out and talk among themselves, and this is a platform as we should be doing it, no radio snide. But well done, boys, and Ox, thanks for having me tonight. Okay, mate?
Listen, this has been Rangers Radio, and we can carry on these debates tomorrow night between 8 and 10, because we talk about all things Rangers. Take it away, Foxy boy.